Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you have had a wonderful week so far. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. I am a full-time reseller out of North Florida, and I've been doing reselling full-time for 3 years now. If you do not know, I was a RN. I still have my license, but I don't use it. And I love to do these what sold videos to show you what's selling now, what's selling fast. I will also show you some stuff that sells slower because I do have a mixed business model between longer and faster tail items. And I will tell you where I got them. I will tell you how much I paid. And this way you will know what to keep an eye out for. If you have in your death pile that is similar to mine, maybe you might want to get that listed. So I am actually going to start off the sales today with some Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari sales. I do use List Perfectly to cross post, and a lot of you said you were interested in me doing a live cross posting, kind of a hangout thing. So I'm going to do that on Tuesday this coming week. So watch for that in 6 days. And also, don't forget, if you are a member, tonight we have members only live sourcing where I look for items in your zip code for you on local auctions. So that is always fun. Definitely check out my memberships if you haven't. We have them from $1.99 up to $19.99, and there are tons of benefits. So you can click join below any video when viewed on a computer. Some phones show it, some don't. So not sure if yours will or not. Enough talking. Let's go ahead and look at Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, and then we will move on over to eBay. First up, we are going to look at a couple from Mercari. This one is a really good one, and I normally reserve these higher dollar ones for my high dollar what sold, but I'm afraid this one might fall off of Mercari before I get to make that next video. So I wanted to show you it. So this is 6 hand-blown glass Christmas tree ornaments. I did put mica, Santa Land, and dented vintage and rare. I accepted an offer of $115. I had them priced at $149.99. because they're really nice. And I'm going to show you, I have other Santa Lands that are only listed around the $30 to $40 mark, but these were kind of special. And that is what I use to price on my ornaments, depending on how much detail they have. And I accepted the lower offer because the fees on Mercari are only about 12% compared to on eBay and Poshmark, I pay about 20%. So I will accept lower offers over on Mercari than I do on the other platforms. So here you can see these were in their original box. And if you see here, they are hand painted. They are really pretty. They have double indents on the side. You can see Santa here with his bag, just really detailed designs. And all of them are indented, excellent condition in that original box. So I really felt that these were worth $150. However, when I get a decent offer like this of $115, they weren't even listed for a week, but I got these in a big online auction lot of vintage Christmas ornaments, and I was only about $5 in. So they're actually very close to $100 profit. Next up is a Hallmark ornament. This one is a Hallmark Hannah Montana 2009. I did put Miley Cyrus. This one sold for $18, and it took about 3 months for it to sell. And a few of you have said you wanted me to do a Hallmark research video, so I will be doing that on Friday for you. And then on Sunday, we'll be doing a Swarovski video. So those will both be fun times. Watch out for those videos later this week. We'll go ahead and take a look here. With the Hallmark ornaments, I want them close to $20 a piece if I'm going to list them individually. Otherwise, what I do is lot them up just to get them out of here. You can see here, this is 2009 Disney, and she is a little bit over 5 inches tall and in that original box, and definitely a good one at $18. I only paid $1 for it in an online estate lot. That's where I like to be with the Hallmark ornaments. I really don't want to be higher than $1 in, and this one didn't take very long to sell. Next up is the first of 2 Etsy sales, and they're actually both Brad Keeler pottery pieces, but they went to different buyers. So I am going to show you both of them. This one is a 3D lobster over cabbage leaf cover bowl and plate. I did put reed. This one I picked up from an online auction. I paid about $15 for this. So this one is going to be about a $45 profit, and it sold in under a month. Very fast. So if you're not familiar with Brad Keeler pottery, definitely keep an eye out. And here you can see we are showing the crazing. There is a small crack on the edge. It is very, very clearly marked Brad Keeler, made in the USA. And this one is about 5 inches tall and about 7 inches long. So it's really not overly big, but it did come with that soup tureen, the scoop, as well as the pottery. And watch out for lobster stuff as well. I have done very well, even with some unbranded lobster pieces. The next piece is a Brad Keeler lobster boil and lettuce leaf serving dish. So the serving pieces sold first. I do still have plates left available. This one sold for $59.99. I was still that $20 in though, so I did pay up. And this one is going to be about a $32 profit. Same thing though, sold very, very fast. Really, really neat serving dish. And there's that Brad Keeler again. This one is bigger. It's 9 inches by 11. But as you saw, that last one is smaller and sold for more. So bigger does not always necessarily mean that it's more valuable. So definitely remember to look up the exact piece you find. Moving over to Poshmark, some more of the ornaments from that estate lot have sold very fast. This is vintage glass Christmas tree ornament set, honeycomb pink gold metallic plates. These sold for $29, and these are not as fancy as the other ones. So they were a $22 payout, making them a $17 profit. And you can see they do have wear. Those older ornaments will still sell. People have memories of these. These are very small, as you can see. And a $29 sale is not that bad. $22 and a $17 profit. Next up is an R&M Richards white button-up shirt, UF Florida, Gators embroidered pocket logo. Size 8 on this one, sold for $30. Payout was $22. I actually got this for only $1. So this one is going to be a $21 profit. And if you know me, I'm a big Gators fan. If this was big enough to fit me, I definitely would have kept it. But I, unfortunately, am a little bit bigger than a size 8. But this is a very, very cute shirt. And this one did take about 4 to 5 months to sell, so a little bit longer, and it was a thrift store pickup. Next up is a Chaps Ralph Lauren navy blue hand frame sweater. This is an XXL, 100% cotton, sold for $21. So I expected it to sell for more. Payout was only $16. I did only pay $1 at the thrift store, so it is a $15 profit. I just would have thought a Ralph Lauren Chaps XXL was worth more, but you really have to comp things and you have to price them where they will sell. My goal is not to get these things and have them sit there forever and ever. I want them to sell, and this was the price point that these were selling at. Next up is a Frankie and Johnny jean denim shoulder bag embroidered skitty-scape dog walker purse. This one's really cute. It's $20. Payout was $16. Let me know if you guys are interested in me making a video on kind of mid-range purses, maybe between like $20 and $100 that you might find at the thrift store. I did get this one at the thrift store. I paid $3, so it's a $13 profit, which isn't overly great, but that still is a little more than 3 times my money. Next up, this is a Mountain XL Skull graphic t-shirt. I did put 3D tie-dye, Halloween, horror, spooky, and vintage. This one sold for $21. Payout was $16. I got it for $1, so it is a $15 profit, and it is selling now because it is getting close to Halloween. You do still have time to get those Halloween items listed, but definitely get them listed pretty fast because it is sneaking up on us. All right, now we are moving over to eBay, and as always, I like to show you the back window into my eBay. Today is a slow day. It's $128. For the week, we're at $22.79, which is low. We are down 3.6% over the last 30 days. This total is 11,006, and we're down to 34,000 for 90 days. I am not happy with this at all. I am getting on my listing because I have tons of valuable stuff that I just need to get put up. And you're going to see here coming up, a lot of this stuff that is selling is stuff that I've just listed. So for me, I really have to dedicate myself to listing. I haven't been listing as much as I should. So what I'm going to show you is sales that are under $50 that have sold in the last week to make up part of that $22.79. It is not all of them. This video is not going to be that long, but it is a good sampling of stuff that you should know and keep an eye out for. First up is an NFL Green Bay Packers shirt. This is a really, really neat shirt, but this one actually took over a year to sell. It took actually about a year and a half. So this one is a Green Bay Packers XL. I did put reed, so it did have some condition issues. Sometimes that can make them take a little bit longer. And we'll take a look here. It is football season. Football stuff is definitely moving. And you can see here in the photographs, this one did have a big hole. That is what I think took it to sell for so long. And I still made over a $15 profit, but it took a year and a half. Next up is a vintage crown trifari. This is a beautiful dogwood brooch. This one sold for $29.99. Make sure you look up your trifari. Some can be extremely valuable. We're talking hundreds to thousands of dollars. And then there are other ones that aren't worth $5, $10. So the actual piece definitely matters. And this one is a beautiful dogwood flower in perfect condition. You can see it's just shy of 2 inches. Very, very nice piece. This one sold very fast in under a week. Next up was a very, very fast sale. This one is a vintage celestial sterling silver blue turquoise sun starburst pendant. Sold for a best offer of $35. And here you can see the back. This one is almost 2.5 inches. The bail is actually pretty decorative. It was 12 grams. And here you can see not overly spectacular, but a great $35 sale. This item was picked up in an online jewelry lot. I paid $5, making it about a $25 profit. This one I feel like needed the right buyer, and it took a year to sell. It's a vintage red bandana print, Western blazer jacket, size large. Just really, really different, really cool, really retro. It sold for $45 and I got it in a closet lot. So I only paid $1. So it's actually about a $38 profit. So really, really neat. I believe it was actually handmade. So we just measured it and estimated the size from that. You can put into Google the armpit to armpit measurement and ask it if it is a men's or women's, say what is women's size 20-inch armpit to armpit, and it will give you the approximate size if you have an item that is not tagged. Next up is the lace that keeps on giving. This took a year and a half, but I only paid $1 and I am way in the profit on this lace. Sold for $44 and it is about a $36, $37 profit. And I actually have had almost all the same buyer buying the majority of the lace, and it did have some spots there. So we did show that. I think it probably, when the lace is pulled out, isn't that noticeable. And this one, I'm happy with the lace. I bought tubs and tubs of it and really did not pay much. So I'm okay with it taking a while to sell. Next up is one that took forever. It took so long, I don't even remember where it came from. This one took a 50% off offer of $21, and it was listed actually almost 3 years ago. This is a vintage German ornate decorative mantle clock, freestanding. So this was probably in an auction lot. I don't know that it should have been listed. I obviously had it priced a little too high for it to sell. It does happen. But I want to show you guys, and I say this every time, it is not all sunshine and rainbows when you're reselling. Some stuff will take longer than you expect to sell. Some stuff will not sell for as much as you are hoping. And that is just part of the business. You know, you have to take the ups with the downs. So I really want to give you a realistic picture. This rug had a few condition issues and it took a year to sell, but it sold for full price, which is always nice. It's a hand woven Southwest Aztec rug, 26 by 57. And here you can see there's definitely some piling on it as well as some staining. So it was not in the best of condition. I got an online auction lot though. I only paid $5. So it is about a $35 profit, even though it did take a year to sell. Next up was actually a pretty fast sale. It took 2.5 months. This is a Patricia Nash leather crossbody bag. I did put leopard, flap front, mocha, dark brown, and I put reed. There were some scuffs, and I'll show you the condition issues. This is another purse that's really good at that kind of, you know, mid-level range that you can find out at the thrift stores. And this one I didn't get at the thrift store. I did get an online auction lot. I paid about $5. So it is about a $24 profit. And this brand, Patricia Nash, they can go upwards of $50 to $75. You can see there was a little bit of wear on the leather on this one. And really, really pretty purse. Patricia Nash is very good quality in my opinion for a lower price purse. This silpata sold lower than most silpatas do. It sold for $24.99 and it sold in 3 months, so not too long, but this one's not overly impressive or heavily sterling. It is mostly the abalone shells and sold for $25. Got in an online auction lot for about $5, making it about a $16 profit. And I got all silpata. The majority of them were worth between $35 and $75. So I believe this one was actually the lowest priced of all of them. Next up, this one's a really neat one. It is 2 pendants. They were on the same necklace. I don't know if they were meant to be like exchanged or worn together. I got them together. I left them together. And this one is onyx and rose quartz, and it sold for full price of $39.99. I got it for $5. So this one's about a $27 profit, and really, really pretty necklace. The necklace is not sterling though, so if it had been, it would have sold a little bit higher. So the main value here is on those pendants, which were very, very beautiful. And this one, I am happy with the sale. Next, this is a really good sale on a pendant in my opinion, and it sold in under 2 weeks. It's a sterling silver black onyx oval pendant. I did put mid-century modern and Southwest. I think it could go either way style wise. I paid $5 for this one, so it is about an $18 to $19 profit. Very, very fast. There's that sterling stamp. It is just over an inch. And let me see here, 10 grams on it. So pretty heavy for a pendant in my opinion. This gorgeous sweater only took a month to sell. It's a Bonner of Ireland, large, extra large, long sleeve oatmeal cream merino alpaca cable knit. Sold for $35. And this one I got in an online auction lot for about $5. So $24 profit on this one. Very, very fast. I love sweaters. I do have a couple of sweater videos. I will pop one of them up top for you now. Definitely a section I don't pass over in Florida, because I feel like in Florida it's always hot, so people aren't really checking out the sweaters, and chances of finding good ones are a little bit better. kind of a mid-range one on this one. This one's a vintage sterling silver floral basket brooch. I put Art Nouveau garnet red stones. This one sold for $35. I paid $5, so $24 profit on this one. 4 months isn't horrible for jewelry. Jewelry doesn't take up a ton of space. It is marked TH. I was not able to identify who that maker was. I typically don't take a ton of time trying to identify makers unless I feel like it's a really exquisite piece. And this one, I think the value probably wouldn't have changed. Next up was a very fast sale. This one sold in just 2 weeks for full price of $39.99. It is a vintage sterling silver articulated dancing clown. And $40. I only paid $5. He's really cool. There's a couple of rhinestones on him as well. And I got him on auction for about $5. So he's about a $27 profit. Pretty darn fast. And here you can see the markings. He is very, very light, under 7 grams total for both the necklace and the pendant, and an excellent sale. These Michael Kors slides took about 6 months to sell. Black and white. I did put C, so there was a little bit of condition issues. They sold for $30. I got them in an online auction lot. I paid about $5 for them. So they are about a $16 to $17 profit. And I don't pick up a ton of shoes, but I will pick them up in online auction lots. I actually just picked up a ton of Nikes as well as Brooks running shoes from a closet lot. These are size 10. And they are in pretty good condition, but they did have a couple of flaws. You can see just little scuffs on them, but we do try and point out any flaws with shoes. Next up is one that took over a year, took half off. I love this. I definitely would pick it up again. I love Native American pottery. I love art. And this one sold for $35. I sent out 50% off offer. It's 15 by 12, so it's not really big. I got in an online auction lot. I did not pay much. I paid $5. It's a $24 profit. I would like to make more on art, but I'm assuming it went to somebody that loves it just like I do. So I still made a profit, even though it did take a long time. Next up, this garment bag took a year to sell. It's a Joseph Aboud custom. I got it for only $1 though, and it did sell for full price even though it took a year. So this is one of the things for me, if I get them in a lot, they're worth over $25. I'm okay sitting on them, especially if I don't really have much into them. So this one is going to be like a $17 to $18 profit. And it's just a simple garment bag. It was that thinner material, so not overly nice. So I think $28 for this was a great price. Next up, full price sale on this one. 3 months to sell. Gorgeous vintage antique hand painted porcelain footed trinket box and lid. I did put gold and Victorian. I actually got this free in a house clean out, so no cost into this one, making it a $32 profit. Beautiful, beautiful little trinket box. A lot of these are not overly valuable. You can see here this one was 4 inches. I think it being footed and the heavy gold gilt on it definitely helped to sell fast. This locket sold so fast. It is a gold filled locket and it sold in only a few days. And I did put PPO engraved. Sold again super fast. I'm still kind of surprised by this one. Really pretty floral engraving. This one I paid $5 for, so it's about a $27 profit. Here you can see the 14 karat gold filled PPO. It did have pictures in it. I just leave them in if there are pictures in them and just show a photograph of them. And very, very happy with the sales. So definitely watch out for the gold filled lockets. Last up for today is this antique Frederick Reynolds Sheffield straight razor. I am listing and have already listed quite a few straight razors, and I got a bunch of them. I won 2 big lots. I'm about $5 in. So this one sold in under a day making it a $21, $22 profit. And this one's not in great condition. You can see all the rust. And I got some that were in excellent condition, others like this one that were worn. And watch out for straight razors. I have to tell you, there are some straight razors worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So it's definitely something to keep an eye out for. All right, that was everything. I hope you enjoyed. I hope the rest of your week goes good. Again, don't forget, check out the memberships. I don't know if I'll have this out before or after my live sourcing, but we do have live sourcing today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we do member reviews. We also do live shipping every other Monday. So check out the channel memberships. I really do appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next one.